For most people, tiredness is not a sleep problem. It's an energy production problem. And those are two completely different things. Wait 90 minutes after waking up before your first caffeinated coffee. Your adrenal system will thank you.
WhatsApp the word sleep to 072 702 1702 and we'll send you the link to watch the full video on Prime Media Plus.
Well, the Spur restaurant group's saying they're selling more pizza at Panarotti's, more burgers at Rockamama's. As a result, their revenue up 8.5%, pushing their adjusted headline earnings up by nearly 9%. But the group having to take a provision because of a dispute in which it may have to pay out nearly 130 million rand. As a result, its headline earnings affected by that. So they're per share down by 38%. Val Nichas is the Spur Corporation CEO. Val, good evening, and thank you very much indeed for your time. Your Spur group, the main group, obviously has momentum. Rockamama's is growing nicely. Panarotti's was able to increase its sales by over 16%. Is pizza becoming more important for you?
Good evening, Stephen. Good to be online. Pizza, I think, is a wanted item in South Africa. We always knew that if we look at the giant QSR players in the pizza category. But we know that at times customers also want to sit at a table and enjoy it outside of a box.
You've been trying to increase your pasta sales. I mean, how do you do that? How do you innovate in the pasta space? And some of us, Val, are a little conscious about eating carbs.
But I think pasta is such a universal product and spans every family member, if you think of how kids love it. I think the first thing we did was really to re-engineer our pasta sauces to make sure that they were best in class and chose the right pasta and the right sauce combinations. But I think what generated the additional interest in pasta was that our marketing teams with our brand teams deliberately promoted a combo offer in a way that was the two delish, so you can either choose a pasta or choose a pizza. So I think, again, it's all about creating awareness of a category that helps to try and entice customers to trial new things.
Your John Dory's brand, sort of seafood chain, it's really battling. Sales down 11%. It hasn't had momentum in a while. What's going wrong there, Val?
Yes, I think John Dory's will still be seen to be struggling for a bit till we rationalise the process and look at which stores will survive. There are still many stores that do well, and also a lot of franchisees that are very committed to the brand. I think the seafood category is a challenging one currently. We can see it amongst other competitors, and I think it is a more sensitive protein. So when consumers are strapped for cash, I don't think they're going to venture into something that's sort of not niche, but not everyone eats seafood. It also is a more expensive item and perceived to be expensive. So I think it is challenging, but I think it's all about brands. You know, brands have got to have a strong brand differentiator, value proposition that's unique to them, a distinctive taste. And I think the John Dory's brand has gone through a journey. You know, it started in KZN. It was very successful in KZN. I think it did struggle to make inroads in the Gauteng region, where there's a lot more competition, and perhaps a more major metropolitan area where consumers got a lot of choices. So yes, we still believe that there's a future for John Dory's, and we've got some plans in place. We're busy developing something that the market will see in a few months' time. So let's see. I think we must just be patient. It is the smallest brand, but it still made 8 million rand profit this year.
So you're not thinking of shutting it down?
No, not at the moment. We have too many loyal franchisees that love their businesses.
You've been refreshing some of your Spur restaurants. You talk about the one in Pretoria that had long wait times for people because of the refresh you did there. And it's a model of family dining that's been going for a long time. How do you refresh an old brand in a way that gets younger people to come into this very established brand?
Yes, that's such a good question. Yes, and we must remember that all the refurbs and the reinvention obviously is invested by the franchisee. We helped develop the concept and the look and feel. And we know that Spur attracts obviously young families and also sort of individual adult diners, etc. But we know that we would want it to be a place where sometimes the young adults come to, and they certainly do come, and some of our restaurants have got teen zones, so you are getting a slightly older child, but we know that what we've got to do in our restaurants is look at creating the opportunity. What is the connection point? So is it about coming to have non-alcoholic cocktails, or is it to come and share a plate of wings and jerky sauce? So we are still getting those youngsters. Like if you look at our restaurants that trade in the university areas, Potchefstroom, Grahamstown, Spur is a very popular place because we've also got specials for students. So I think the wonderful thing about the Spur brand, I think it spans the entire family. We've got a menu that's quite diverse and has lots of options for people to choose, whether you're young, whether you've got limited spend. So I think at the moment we are attracting them. Do we want to attract more young people? Absolutely, because they are future young families.
You've been involved in a long-running dispute with GPS Foods. It involves a supposed oral contract to work together to create a rib processing facility. You've always said you're confident of winning it, but an arbitrator did rule against you, which is why you had to make this provision. Are you still confident you won't have to pay out that money?
Look, we don't know. I mean, the only thing we can do is trust the process, and we're going to go through it, and let's see. It's got to be whatever result it is, we will face it and accept it, but we were also surprised at the outcome, if you consider the facts.
Well, Nichas, thank you very much indeed. The CEO at Spur Corporation. Do appreciate it.